have a profound impact on our societies, on our environment, but also raises security issues. So for the second edition of Miro and Cube, we wanted to create projects to provide answers to that problems. And over 3 days, over 100 people from Catalonia, Balearic Island, Occitanie, worked very hard to come up with innovative solutions to these issues. So the implementation of the first cross-border network of incubators in the Euro region has enabled us to join forces with our partners, Peninsula in Barcelona and the Fundación BIT in the Balearic Island, to launch this contest with, which was held in 3 locations at the same time. So please let me show you how our teams were working very hard during these 3 days. Just a few images about the hackathon. So right now, I want to talk a little bit about Jordi Llong, who was the coordinator of Miro and Cube in Barcelona, about how was the experience of Miro and Cube in Barcelona. Can you tell us a little bit, Ben? Come on the stage.
Oh, so hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Barcelona was awesome. We had groups from not only from the city, but people that came from all over the place. So we have people from Italy, from Mexico, and even from other cities. And the good thing I like from Barcelona is that 2 of the teams that were selected as finalists were formed within the Miro and Cube itself. So it was a very good experience.
Thank you very much, Jordi. Thank you. So, and we have Rafael Soler, who was the coordinator of Miro and Cube in Palma de Mallorca. Please come on to the stage.
Hi.
Okay, hi.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Well, we enjoy so much in Parvit, and one thing we has really impressed is the huge amount of fields where tourism sustainable could open to entrepreneurship in the next future, and we hope that we continue keep keep going with the initiative and see you in 2020.
Yeah,
okay?
of course, I hope so. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Rafael.
Sarah.
Thank you. Okay, so right now I would like to introduce you the project Wapping. Come here. So Wapping was our last year winner in Miro and Cube. So please, can you explain to the audience a little bit how was to win Miro and Cube last year? So Ramon Sepúlveda, Antonio Jorge, who is with us.
Well, first of all, we are glad to be here and spend this time with you. And we'd like to thank the Miro and Cube team, all the people who have made possible this hackathon or this challenge, all the partners and the Mobile World Capital. The last year we won the pre-acceleration in Open Turismo Lab was the second place in this challenge. So we are Wapping, all-in-one a customer relationship application that improve the customer experience of a tourist in a tourist hotel accommodation. Our application is a mobile and web application that are based on three essential aspects of the tourist trip. So the first one is the e-concierge service in the residence and the hotel accommodation. The second one are the possibility like internal social network, and the third one are a marketplace and information, tourist information. But our project in Wapping is not only an application that gives you information or service. Also, allows us to collect data and make a very precise profile of the customers, and also give information about customer experience, like reservation, interaction with other customers, and all in all, unprecedented customer insight. So our focus as a software development company or startup to now is our really focus is to make apps that meet all the needs of the tourist sector. And we believe also that doing your best as a professional is the right path to follow. And also, like in you are doing in this year for this contest, like we believe also that doing your best as a professional, but also try to be responsible for the society we are creating every day. So I wish the best for the finalists, and so good luck. Don't worry, be happy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ramon. Thank you. Okay, so now I have the honor of introduce the members of our jury, our exceptional jury of this year. The jury. So today with us, we have the honor to have Omar Valdez, who is the Executive Director of the United Nations World Tourism Organization Academy. Thank you very much. Fabrice Laurent, qui est le President of the University of Perpignan via Domitien. Thank you very much. Carmen Crespo Canales, representative of the Fundació BIT al Centre BIT de Menorca. Diego Torres from Peninsula, representative of Peninsula. Patrick Torrent, Executive Director of the Catalan Tourism Board de la Generalitat de Catalunya. Welcome. Thank you very much. Igor Kniebli, Project Director of Attractivité Stratégie Touristique Innovante, Conseil Régional Occitanie-Pyrénées-Méditerranée. Thank you very much. Josep Lluís Pons, General Manager of Research and Innovation from the Government of the Balearic Islands. Very good. Xavier Bernard Sanz, Managing Director of the Pyrenees Mediterranean Euroregion. Emmanuel Stern, Business Angel, founder of OneDirect and CEO of Sagame. Thank you very much. Géraldine Mauduit, Acceleration Manager at Scale Ups and Tourists from the Open Tourism Lab from Nîmes. Juan Álvarez de Lara, CEO of Origin Ventures Fund, Vice President of AEBAN and founding member of the French Tech Barcelona. Welcome. Bertrand Moquet, Digital Expert, une agence de mutualisation des universités et établissements AMU. Bienvenue. Thierry Kostielniak, Digital Manager of Conservatoire National des Arts et des Métiers. Merci. Voilà, so let's start the competition. So we are here today with the 9 finalists from the 3 locations. Each team, we have 5 minutes to deliver their pitch, followed by a 2-minute session of question and answer. So please, team number 1 from Perpignan, Mingi. Good luck. Timer. Okay.
Hello. Cultural institutions and tourist-related establishments are a wide expanding market. For example, in France, we can talk about a minimum of 600,000 million euro profit per year for the Louvre Museum. But when we go to those crowded places, the struggle is always the same. You sometimes wait hours to get your ticket, you pay between 15 and 25 euros, and when you are inside the museum, if you don't like the first pieces of art you see, or if you feel the place too overcrowded, you only spend a couple of time before going out. Various apps are only based on sharing additional content, further information about the pieces of art. More generally, in tourism field, very few solutions are based on managing the flow of tourists. Starting from this observation, we created an hybrid tool mixing a mobile app and technology. Our tool speaks directly to any institution receiving more than 100,000 visitors a year. It concerns only 9% of French museums, but represents 75% of each visit. The tool will use a geo-tracking system paired with big data to retrieve the data and make models. In addition, an app will be used as an interface for the visitor. Every data will immediately be analyzed to express and manage the flow of people. The app will be able to offer various solutions for the visitor to increase its experience inside the museum. It will also allow to balance more easily the attendance rate inside every room of the museum. But how do we do this? The geo-tracking system will use a technology based on Bluetooth, and big data will allow the museum to create an online follow-up. In case of an over-frequentation of a room, the app advises the visitor to go and look at a front-page work of art ideally placed in the less frequented room. If the user decides to go there, a notification will appear on the screen and gives additional information about the work, the art piece, like an anecdote or a useful video clip. Let's talk about money. To complete successfully our project, we realized a business model presenting the income flow in particular. On the one hand, we got the sale and the installation of the geo-tracking system. On the other hand, we plan on creating a subscription for museums. Thus, we will be able to create a list of those museums inside our app. It will be a 1-year subscription, automatically reiterated. Thanks to it, our client will be able to get data about Mingi users. We will also make a deal in order to have access to those data. Let me introduce our team. Arthur Lemaire would be in charge of the commercial department. His role would be to develop the business strategy. Tom Lambré, graphic designer, he will develop the graphic charter from the app, the website, and any other communication support. Pierre Bonnet will be managing the technology, and he will also be in charge of the system technical implementation and the management of the collected data. And I, Mathieu Soriano, I will be the CEO, and I will be in charge of the creation of the company and the financial managing. We believe that our team holds about 50% of mandatory abilities to realize our tool. Thus, to develop the app and its operating system, we need to hire web developers and also at least a big data expert. Now let's talk about development perspective. The initial technology will permit to judge the attendance rate of every room in the museum. Other technologies, more expensive, will allow in the short term to follow more precisely the course of every visitor in the museum. In this way, the institution will know the exact course of every visitor. Thus, there are good perspectives to develop the technology, synchronized with great income growth. The three technologies are having different benefits and costs. We will plan on making several subscription offers. The more we will use a high-end technology, the more expensive it would be. We're also looking on developing the client sector. We talked about museum, but our app could be useful for a sports complex or a hall of performance hall, amusement park, and zoos. We just introduced you to Mingi, and I hope you will enjoy it in 4 years from now. Thank you.
C'est pas grave. Oui, oui, c'est bon. Merci beaucoup.
C'est les questions ou il y en a pas?
Oui, oui, oui. So it's time for a question and answer. Is there any question from the jury? You have 2 minutes. Are there any questions? Okay.
What is your first proof of concept? What is your first museum you choose?
I think we're going to try the technology into a small museum like we have in Perpignan-Serré or the Natural History Museum, because we will try the technology and offer to him. Then we will use another kind of museum, more crowded, more frequented, and then we will end with a big museum. But I think we will start with a small museum to try the technology and offer to him.
Okay. Is there any other question? Yeah? No? Okay. Thank you very much, team number 1 from Perpignan. Thank you. Okay, so let's continue. Team number 2, sorry, Holix from Perpignan. Oh. Okay, and here you have the microphone. Okay. C'est bon.
So hello everyone. We are presenting Holix for Holidays Experience. Amsterdam, Barcelona and Venice are all facing the same problem, over-tourism. For example, in Barcelona, there are 1.6 million inhabitants, and the city had to welcome every year about 30 million visitors. The consequences are disastrous for the inhabitants and also for the tourists. We have noticed that today there are some very popular games like Pokemon Go that have a special ability to encourage people to move from a place to another. However, as we can see on these graphics, all these games have not been created to regulate the tourist flows. In the other hand, we can say cities like Amsterdam, Venice, and Barcelona have working hard last years to try to find solutions to evaluate and measure the tourist flow. We can talk about regulations of Airbnbs and hotels, for example. But these solutions are not focused on user experience. So what we would like to do is create holics. The purpose is to combine these two aspects. So now I will explain you how we will do. The purpose is to allow tourist offices to control the tourist flows using a playful process. So it will be divided in two parts. First, Holics Pro, a software made for tourist offices, our customers, that will allow to administrate the user app, for example, to add new locations and to create parcours. And then the user app, Holics, that will allow visitors to discover the city in a new way with an interesting experience, and it will be based on a treasure hunt game, like for example Pokemon Go, using technologies of virtual reality. For example, you can see on this picture an example of what our app could look like. For those who do not know very well Pokemon Go, the process is simple. The user is walking in an area, and for example, at a corner in a street, there is an object or a character that appears. Of course, the strategy for us will be to situate these treasures in the less crowded places of the city.
So, concerning our business model, we have a B2B marketing strategy. So, we will contact tourist offices directly to present them our solution. As we are a white label, our customers will be in charge of the distribution of our solution, so it's an important benefit because they already have a huge community of visitors. Concerning the source of income, we sell the right to use the application, and it works as a SaaS delivery model with an annual subscription. Now, presentation of our team. So Arthur is a development engineer, and I am a user experience engineer. So we will have the skills to coordinate innovative projects like Holics. For example, we would like to integrate some technologies developed by a startup from our city in France. For example, Outside or Ludiconcept. It's startups which developed virtual reality and some game process.
For the future, we would like to reach wider audience, for example, smaller cities that do not face over-tourism, but that would just like to offer a different experience to their tourism. We would also be interested in developing new technologies like a real-time interface to have a better control on the management of tourist flows. So, with Holics, you manage affluence and improve experience. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Okay, so is there any question from... Are there any questions? Yeah, okay.
Thank you for your presentation. And I would like to know if you know who is your customer. I mean, who is going to pay for your solution in the Holics Pro business model?
So I talked about very big cities that face this problem. For example, in Barcelona, they have huge cost due to over-tourism. We can also talk about Amsterdam or Venice.
But who is going to pay? The measure?
Tourist offices in the city, yeah.
Thank you. Did you think about a process to regulate where to put the treasure, because aren't you going to create low traffic places into very high traffic places because of your app?
So the interest of our app is to provide a management interface for the tourist office. It means that they will be responsible with us. They need our help to choose the places, and they will develop their own strategy depending on their needs.
Thanks for your presentation. My question goes more or less as the same side now as you asked now. But how are you going to realize where is it crowded at the moment or not? Are you going to know? Are you going to work only through knowing by old data where the crowds go? Are you going to be able to interact with the tourists at the same moment? For example, now it's busy here because it's the 4 years from now, no? But it's not always.
For the moment, we are not working with a real-time interface because it includes technologies that have a cost in terms of development and money. But for example, Barcelona had made very specific studies and they know where the people are going. There are 5 places, 5 very important points of interest. So it's not real time, but it can be already very efficient because the cities know and they have the data.
Okay. Thank you very much. We don't have more time. We don't have more questions. Thank you very much. Team number 2 from Perpignan. Thank you. Yeah, I will stay here. So team number 3 from Perpignan, let me travel.
Everyone? Yes. So first, sorry for my English is not very well, but I will do my best to explain more the idea of my project. You know that nowadays the rate of tourism flow is strongly is strongly growing in the world, an average of more than 3% per year, and which caused money and a lot of problems, ecological problems, massifications, and others. But the problems, we know them. We need to act. We need to find solutions. Among these problems, there is many tourists in the world who have difficulty to find a local guide to which guide them in their destinations. They have generally a problem to find their destinations, and after they return, for example, to their RCT, they've forgotten to visiting places, and for this, there is some services that are offering help to find local guides, but they are very standard and commercial more than they are convivial and friendly, and they are focused in the big cities. And sometimes you know that we need a guide to find a guide in their platforms. They are very complicated. For this, we have thought to create this first intelligent platform to find the local guides in anywhere. To share culture, to save time and money, and to have a guide everywhere. By using the system of geolocation, and you can see here an example of what it looks like. You can do a search, and we have the guide which are near our position, and we can contact them by a system of matching. And let the GPS guide you to the appointment of your guide. Your guide, which know the city and which will ambassador of his city. Excuse me. In order to ensure the success of our surveys, we accept to have a strategic target, people who are more than 15 years, because they have more time and more money, and they want to profit more possible. So to be visible to this target, we have a mixed media goal, in goal of reach our target in the right time and in the right place by Google AdWords, brokers, and our partnership. And excuse me. But where is the money? Don't worry, there is money, multiple source of remuneration of our service. You say that we have a commission for each booking of tourists, and we have also the partner service, and we have we have our partner, which will be travel agencies and museum and hotel, which will be like a source of remuneration for our service. Our dynamic team is me, like a founder and a web developer, and we have another developer and a customer service manager who speak 5 languages. And to strengthen the team, we have to add a project manager and an editor. Find the local guide with Let Me Travel.
Thank you very much.
In one click, and they have unique experience in the world.
Thank you very much. Okay, so are there any questions?
Thank you for this presentation. It was very interesting. I got a question. Are you alone for this project, actually, or you develop? You were not a team. You were just alone to develop this idea, right?
Yeah. I'm a student, and I'm working for this project. But we are in the beginning of the realization of this project now.
Okay, no more questions? Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you, and see you in letmetravel.fr.
Okay. So, team number 4, Haiku from Barcelona. Okay. Have both microphones.
I would like to travel to Colombia, and I like to go off the beaten track, but I heard that's very dangerous. Like me, there are 8.4 million women in the world who would like to travel alone, but they are too scared. We are Haiku, a team, a passionate team with experience in travel agency, in sales and marketing, and we have a solution. Our product is an app and a geolocation device which will make women's solo travel safe. Safe, that means secure, authentic, flexible in that I can meet people if I want to, and easy. What does the product include? In the app, there's a route. The route is authentic because it's off the beaten track. It's put together by a local with experience. Along the route, there are safety certified housing and transport that can be booked directly inside the app. We welcome the person at the airport and provide a SIM card and also a geolocation device. The geolocation device has a panic button, so if the person is in danger, there's a 24/7 connection to a hotline that can help them. We also have insurance, of course, a virtual guide that via chat through the app provides authentic advice, and a community where travelers can connect with each other to exchange tips and also to meet if they want to. Where do we operate? So you can see here the green and yellow countries are countries that are safe. This is where most of our travelers will come from. They also happen to be higher income countries mostly. And they will travel to higher risk countries, for example, the ones that are in orange. We looked at competitors. To be honest, we haven't found a direct competitor, and I know because I've looked a lot when I've traveled. But there are companies that offer group travel. Of course, people could opt for them, but they're not authentic. There are communities, such as couchsurfing, that offer you to connect with locals, but they're not safe. For example, I've never dared to use it alone as a girl. So we are the only ones who operate in this segment. If you look here, the closest potential competitor is Flashpack. They are an adventure group travel company. They offer easy and safe, but not authentic and flexible. And a community like Couchsurf is authentic and flexible, but not safe. Looking at Flashpack, they have 29 travelers per year. We estimate that we can get 5% from them easily in 3 years. There are other competitors as well, so getting 10% of Flashpack's travelers, in my opinion, is a very conservative estimate. With 2,900 trips per year, we make an average profit or income per traveler of 180 euros. That's a fee the traveler gives us. Net, that's already the net, the gross profit there. Sorry, and we also get commission and affiliate income from our partners, like accommodation and transport. This gives us a revenue of 500,000.
So this is what the app will look like, with a complete menu that will solve all the necessities of the travelers. This is one example of the menu. Inside the routes, you will have all the information related to the off the beaten track route and a specific information, and also connected with maps. Also, talking about partners, the partners will play a very, very important role. They will also connect it to the app. So 2 main things about the partners. First of all, we will receive also income from them in terms of commissions. So when the traveler will book through the app, we will receive commission. And a very important thing, this is the key of one of our souls. All our partners will be Haiku safety approved. This is to ensure that the women will be traveling safe since the beginning till the end of the trip. The advantages, 2 main and very important advantages. First of all, allowed women to travel alone, but safely. And secondly, we redirect travel flows to less visited areas, but that have a huge cultural and natural potential. So there is a big market on that. To finalize our presentation, I would like to introduce you the Haikus. We are an international multidisciplinary team with wide experience in travel agency, travel guidance, travel journalism, marketing, sales, and strategy. And this is the structure that we already are using in the company. Thank you very much for your attention, and remember, we are Haiku.
Any questions? The rest of the team is joining us for the questions on the stage. Unfortunately, one team member. Yes? The rest of the team is joining us on the stage. Any questions?
Thank you for your presentation. I have one question regarding the safety approved. How I'm sure that you control on ante and post service the safety approved. I'm not sure to have understood your system to approve.
So basically, all of us, we have a lot of experience traveling. Personally, myself, I'm a professional tourist guide in Africa. She has been traveling in 82 countries, so we have already a network. They are from Latin America, they know the market, they have also professional people there. So we have the market already, we have the network. So we have places that we trust. We have design the routes knowing the people. So it is a lot of work behind. It is a lot of network behind knowing and ensuring these people it's safety approved and they will be connected to the app. So it will be a big communication and feedback with the travelers and with us.
And we also work with private security companies also.
It's almost on the same question. To start, what's the idea to really testify and prove the security of the route? Maybe it could be an idea to have a local partner. Just to begin before the network is already on and already well communicated.
Absolutely. As Jaime said, we have a network already in certain countries, and those are the countries we will start with. So the very first country we want to start with is Colombia, because 2 people from the team are from there. It's a country that has extreme tourism growth, is perceived as dangerous, is not as dangerous as it is perceived. And there we have an extensive network with housing and transport that we know, and also with private security companies that we can fall back on. And we also have a call center service there that we already identified that can take the calls from the 24-hour hotline in 2 languages, in English and in Spanish.
Okay, it's okay, we don't have more time. It was Haiku from Barcelona, team number 4. Thank you very much. Okay, so team number 5 from Barcelona, Easy.
What's to press next?
Yeah, next. Yeah.
That's next?
Yeah. No, this one. Okay.
This is Lisa. She's from Brest. She likes nature. She cooks. She sings. She has access to a Russian sauna, and she has a car. She doesn't like crowded places.
This is Sabir, resident in London, speaking 3 languages, and he is an avid traveler. He enjoys museums, any kind of water activities. He loves bringing traditional artifacts from the places he goes to. When he travels, he loves to be secure. And he loves to be secure. And when he buys something, he don't like to be overpriced. And who are you? Brest is a city receiving 3 tourists per 10 locals yearly. And London is a city receiving 30 tourists per 10 locals yearly. The world is vast, the world is rich, and the world is a mystery. We all have our own view and scene on the world, and we all seek to add value. This view can be revealed, and this is the value. The revelation of this can only be done through traveling. Reveal the world.
The real value are the people in any place. The real value is you. The world can only be revealed once there is a community, once people are put together. So meet your next touristic community. Meet Easy.
Easy is a platform bringing together people and places, lowering down the barriers to access to knowledge and resources, relying on latest innovation and social media, providing education in touristic sector, and Easy makes possible bringing together the unique experiences and the cultures. please, foment easy.
Significant revenue streams have been considered through the stakeholders of ISI, like the locals and the travelers through subscription fees and fees of the authority and tourism professionals. Each stakeholder itself is a part of the touristic flow, and each of them reveal and each of them foment. We will protect each stakeholder, and each stakeholder has a motivation to be with ISI. Go ISI.
We have motivation to be with ISI as a team. Do you remember Sabir and Lisa? We easily agreed on subdividing delegations of the company just from our personal skills and backgrounds. Sabir, a mathematician, owning his company, financial accounting company in London, and me, recently graduating from international business of Barcelona and a teacher. So we will share the responsibility on strategic planning of the company, while I will take care of client management, education aspect, and the insight culture, while Sabir will deal with complicated issues of finance and legal obligations of the company, human resources, contracting, subcontracting, and revenue recognition. Easy, reveal, foment, and go.
Thank you for listening. We are here to discuss proposals.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Yeah.
Thank you for your presentation. In which language will be the platform?
We will start with English, Spanish, French, Russian, probably.
Okay.
But after, of course, as the community will be getting bigger, so the languages will be extended, but I will take care of it. I love languages.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm so sorry for this question, but I would like to know in 3 words, what is the added value for the tourist with ISI? I didn't get it, I'm sorry.
It is a unique experience to get in touch with a local before you come. So he just is able to prepare his tailor-made experience from the beginning, getting all the access to resources, the knowledge of a local person, and just prepare it and go.
It's also worth highlighting that the tourist and the local can make any agreement amongst themselves. So there is a chance for the local to even advertise his own resources that he holds in his city and share his expertise, even perhaps for some revenue himself.
One more question? Yeah. And that's all. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your excellent presentation. I just would like to know how you plan to earn money and who will be your customers. I didn't get it. How do you plan? Who pay?
So for access of the platform, the local would potentially pay a subscription, and the tourist could potentially pay a subscription. The region who wants to manage the tourism flow in their region, either increase or decrease, would potentially pay a fee, and the professionals who are in the tourism industry who have now access to these locals and travelers would pay us a fee.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. It was easy from Barcelona. So please, team number 6 from Barcelona, BCN for all.
Hi, good afternoon. We are Carlota and Joan, and we are here to present you BCN for all. Okay, I will not discover nothing to you if I explain that Barcelona is a big touristic place, but I will discover a fact that today there are a lot of people that are excluded, that are discriminated to visit and enjoy Barcelona as you and me. The last year, only less than 4% of people that come to Barcelona has more than 64 years. Okay, we see this and we take this with the growth vision, with the picture of all the changes that are coming in demographic way, in technological way, in market way. Also, you see all the life expectancy. Also, the flows of the future tourism flow will be increased at double in the next years. And we take all of this and see, okay, here we have a challenge and an opportunity. This challenge and opportunity comes with silver economy. With silver economy and with disabled people are looking for an inclusive tourism for these people. These people that are not coming today have a really different behavior, have a multiplier factor in the future, will be increased a lot, travel more than you and me, have more time and more income, and also spend more money. Our proposal to do this is inclusive personal services. We help in the layer, in the basic layer, to these people. We help to do an usual life, the same life that they do in their places where they live. And we provide solutions to basic needs that become special needs when they travel one city to Barcelona. We provide services in the outdoor sense, going with them to do activities, to a museum, to a music show, and also in the place of the stays, in a hotel, in an apartment, in a house. Our proposal has a big scope in social and market impact. In social side, it's easy to understand that we are providing inclusion. We are not discriminating. We are receiving people that today are excluded. We promote job creation. We are not doing auction jobs, or we are not doing auction hours. We create jobs and we provide jobs in people in the exclusion side of Barcelona. This is women more than 40 years. And also we promote a better citizen life in the sense that this tourism has not the same kind of externalities that the other one. And also for the business side, it's too important here, and for the sector, for the players. In the business side, we provide new targets, new customers that today are not coming here. I'm really growing. In the next 20 years, silver economy, that a lot of people that has been travel just today and want to be keeping on traveling. That spends more per person than usual tourist, and travel during all of the year. We do this in different ways, in different layers also, like B2C by website, and B2B with the sector and the players, and also with B2B2C, looking for the prescription of the sector players with the customers. How we do this? We do this with a strategic partnership with a big one company that today provides personal care in Barcelona. This company provides the last year provides personal care services and assistance to more than 40,000 persons, and has more than around 2,000 professionals. Our competence and players are focused in personal care in domestic sense. Perhaps you will know some of big ones, startups, but they are not focused anyone in tourism, and not have the skills as language and knowledge in other cultures. And our roadmap is this pilot, this launch and growth. We are between pilot and launch, and we provide for the future to make new service packs, and also to explore new ways of to do our business. Also scale and reply in other cities and places. Thank you for all us, and any question you have here.
Is there any question?
Where is the money? How can you get the money with this system? Publicity, subscription, or what?
No, the money is the people pay for the services. For example, in this last holidays, Christmas holidays, we go with Barbara. It's a British woman who goes to the cruiser across the Mediterranean and Atlantic. Barbara comes with his family, but she needs some help in the morning to dress herself and also to go to the bathroom. Something basic needs, but Barbara needs this assistance for this point of autonomy and dependency. And as they paid, or the public services pay in the origin places, they will pay when they travel.
How are you going to sell your services then? How are you going to sell your services?
Yeah, we are doing more services in Barcelona, and we are going to sell across the agencies and hotels and cruiser lines, and we are doing right now.
Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.
I would like to know, what is your innovation point in front of Equideo, joiners?
Yeah, we are attending a tourism. We are thinking in the people that comes to Barcelona to visit Barcelona. We are thinking in multicultural skills and help to sometimes also is to provide confidence and security that one person that has 19 years has not any autonomy needs, but needs some companies of a companion of one person.
Okay, no more questions? Okay, it was BCN for all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So, team number 7 from Palma, Miombos.
Hello everybody, I'm here for presenting Miombos. My name is Joseph Chai. An average of 8 million tons of plastics are going to our seas every year. Also, in 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in the sea. The Institute of Environmental Science and Technology of the UAE found out that during the high tourism season, the percentage of garbage found on the beach increased up to 300% on the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, there's problems which we cannot take lightly, are being pressed by environmentally aware people. I'm sorry, but is there anyone on the public with an example of trying to solve these problems? Yes, please.
Thank you, Josep. So yeah, last summer I was working in a highly touristic area in Mallorca, and during our free day, a group of friends, we used to go to the beach, but not to sunbath, to clean up the beach. Here we are. And it started like a group-friendly activity, but after a few weeks, some companies, mostly hotels and restaurants from the area, they contact us through social networks because they just wanted to help us on our activities. And it was a wonderful experience because we realized that not only individuals care about the ocean, about the environment, but also companies do care about it. Thank you.
Thanks, Selene, for your experience. So as you can see, there is actually companies and individuals that are aware and are working on solving this problem. But it's not only about this. In the past December, the European Union approved a law that forbids the one-use plastics. And we, in the Balearic Islands, we can say proudly that we have also a law from this January that forbids the only one-use plastics. So we are really proud of this, and maybe you have guessed that I'm from Mallorca when I'm talking about this. Okay, so right now we have seen a really big problem. We have seen companies and people who are interested on saving the world, if we can say it that way, and we have the law that is supporting all this. But what else can we do? Why are we here? What are we presenting you? Which is our solution? So, our solution is Miombos. Miombos is the biggest marketplace for sustainable products. Miombos joins providers of sustainable products with businesses with businesses about hotellery, restoration, and so on. Okay, how do we get money? Which is our business model? We have a two-sided model, and we charge providers a percentage of the sales. Okay, and right now you might be thinking, how are you going to do this, or how are you going to realize this ambitious project? So with our dream team, Selene and I, we had the luck of, we have been working in the management and implementation of international projects. We have been traveling all around the world, working on projects, meeting partners from really different countries, and we have a relation with them. And also we have a CTO who right now is working on supply chain and logistics. Okay, and for finishing with my presentation, I would like you to give good news we have. So the next week we are going to be in the World Summit of the Oceans. Miombos has been accepted in the Blue Week of Abu Dhabi, and there we are going to meet more startups and more enterprises and investors interested in projects like ours. So that's all. Really thanks. And if Selene, you want to join me for the answers, thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation. One question. You talked about Miombos, but I'm not sure to have understood your platform. How does it work? It's already existing platform? Is it a project? There is a pilot, and the economical model, I didn't catch it at all in your presentation. Could you answer these two questions?
Yes. Does it work? Yes. How to imagine the platform? Basically, we say Miombos is the Amazon for the sustainable products. We have our clients, which are providers who are already developing or develop sustainable products, and our users, which are businesses into hotel and catering industry. I think that was the first question. The second question is, how about the platform? Where is it? So it's a concept at the moment. We're looking for investors, and this is it's a very early stage. So if everybody is interested, or you have a better idea to help us grow this, please come to us, ask, we can talk.
Hi, congrats for your presentation.
Thank you.
My question is, did you identify any competitor right now in the market?
Only in retail. There is a marketplace in the retail industry where you can basically buy clothes, sustainable, ecological, responsible clothes, but not for products like the ones you can use in hotellery and catering, which are the ones that in the end up in the ocean.
More questions?
Just last question, how can you be sure that you're only dealing with sustainable products?
That's a very good question. It's actually the one that worries us the most, because there are many products out there that they say they are sustainable, but there is no really... There are certifications, but they're not that easy to get. So what we propose is a system where we validate each of the products to make sure that you can rely on that, because we want our clients to trust us. So we'll go with a process through, we will check that.
Okay. We don't have more time. So it was Miombos from Palma. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next team. Team number 8 from Palma, eTravel Tech.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joanna, and we are here to present you eTravel Tag. The team behind this idea are my colleagues, Maria Antonia, Magdalena, and Marina. So just to give you a little bit of context, we're going to talk about holidays. Yes, these long-awaited holidays that we wait for the whole year round. So let's imagine that we are heading to Maldives Islands. You get off the plane, you're so happy, it's going to be such a good week, and then you just go and wait for your luggage to come out. It's been 10 minutes, there are suitcases coming out, everyone picking up their luggage and going back to their hotel, and you're like, it's okay, it will come out. But then when you've been waiting for 20 minutes, then you start to realize that that might not happen. So you just go, and you walk through the reclaim baggage department. You see a long queue, the woman in front of you being like, no, my luggage was about this size, I think it was black color or dark blue, something like that. And then you think, do I have an identification of my luggage, or do I still have this paper tag with my old address written on it? So it's not surprising, because airline industry has to deal with billions of luggage that get lost during the whole year. This luggage, the redistribution of this luggage, costs billions of dollars for these airline companies to give them back to the owner, without mentioning the time that the proper passenger has to spend from the moment they realize the luggage is not with them till they go out of the airport without the luggage. So we started thinking, what if there is a way in which we can automate this system by changing all these paper tags with electronic labels? So we can automate the registration of all this luggage, so we decrease the amount of luggage that's lost, and we can somehow reduce the environmental impact that all this airline industry has. So this is where eTravel Tag comes into place. We want to sell our cloud system to these airline companies and help them improve their logistic handling of this luggage. Why? We are not the only ones worried about this, because the International Air Transport Association has recently published a study, and they give importance to these airlines companies and handling enterprises that are behind this luggage administration. So they encourage them to have more detail and more information about the state of the luggage at every time. Our system offers these companies the possibility to locate the luggage at the most critical points. When would that be? For example, when you go into the plane, you can provide the passenger information. Your luggage is in this plane, or when you just arrive to your destiny, then you have more information when your luggage is going to come out, if it's going to be late because it's being reviewed by security controls, and many other information. Without going that far, Delta airline company has introduced these systems, and they provide their most frequent travelers information about their luggage status. Additionally, our system works with electronic tags that are compatible with your smartphone. Who doesn't have a smartphone with them every day? So imagine that you can change your luggage identification at any time from anywhere. You just have to register in our application, and then you update where do you want this luggage to be sent to you if it gets lost. We don't all have a dynamic address, so let's adjust to this fact. We have studied different technologies for this, and our system is working with RFID technology. Why is that? Because we think it's the most compatible with airline industry. It does not interfere with airline communications, and it gives the passenger it's completely autonomic device. You don't need external battery, so it gives the passenger the comfort of just putting their electronic tag into the suitcase and not having to worry about it anymore. So we are here we would like to help this industry that is going to keep growing and growing from time to time, just to have these to change these paper tags for electronic systems and see if we can reduce the impact they have on the environment. Thank you very much.
Hi, thank you for your presentation. I have two questions. In relation to the team, do you have a team or you're alone? And the other one is, which is your competitive advantage respecting the already existing solution in the market?
Okay, so in the first place, I have a team and they're here. So if you girls want to come up so they can meet all of us. And here. So, okay, I'm going to answer you the other question. Delta Airlines, which is the example that I've shown you, they use this technology, but they use a tag that works on a frequency band. So it's used for tracking. Additionally, our system is going to provide you this information, but it's going to be compatible with your smartphone. So it's going to give the passenger the possibility to update their address and their identification, because it's not only about tracking the luggage, it's because a lot of the luggage is not identified. So it's sometimes very hard for these handling companies to get in touch with the final passenger or to know where to send it back. If you're going to live 1 month in Maldives, I don't know, you don't want your bag to come back to Spain. You want the company to send it back to you where you live, and this does not have to be a static place.
Thank you for your presentation. Does that imply that all the airports around the world will be equipped with RFID reader compatible with your system? And then what is the business model?
Okay, I talked about the regulation that has just come out, because they're going to oblige and somehow all the airline companies by 2020, which is in 2 years' time, to have this information about the passengers' luggage. So this is making airports all around the world to start migrating to new technologies. They're actually changing all the scanning laser for technologies that are compatible with RFID in airports around the world. It's not done yet in Spain, but in approximately 5 years' time, most of the airports should be compatible with this kind of technologies.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Have just 30 seconds, please.
Thanks a lot for your presentation, and it's an easy question. Where is the money? How are you going to cash?
We are planning to head to airline companies and sell them our system. So basically, we are offering them this system and the maintenance of it, and we're planning to have different quotes according to the number of users or luggage handled and read by the system.
Okay. Thank you very much. It was. Thank you. Up. And we start with, well, we will finish with team number 9 from Palma, High Hotel.
Okay. First of all, congratulations for arriving here. We are the last presentation. And hello, everybody. So, High Hotel is one of the reimentations of the energy consumptions in hotels. Today, energy consumption is one of the main expenses of the billing hotels. This information is not discretized by hotels and need rooms. And this makes so increasing in expenses. Spending more is not a problem just for the billing of hotels. It's a problem of all of us. However, the guest does not find an attractive reason to save and reduce his ecological footprint. Guests do not find an effective way to reduce their savings. So we present High Hotel, a system that integrates the data analysis of hotel rooms with the user experience. A system that allows knowing your customers, that allows also to be differentiated as sustainable hotel, and also offers the possibility of rewarding your guests depending of how ecological responsible they are. You have heard correctly. Our system focuses in the solution in a disruptive way, in which both the hotel and the guest come out to winning. Imagine to receive one more hotel night for just having saved 100 liters less of water. Incredible, right? If we analyze the solution that the competence is actually currently offering, we can differ about how complex the installation is and how intelligent the installation is. We find this solutions not very intelligent, but rather not intelligent at all, and not so difficult to install it, and solutions more intelligent, but it's a headache to install them. So we don't want any of this. HiHotel is here with an installation time of 20 minutes and total intelligent integration. Spectacular. Oh God, I have not presented. Behind this project is my brother, Aitor Roca, with more than 3 years of experience in an hotel sector, and I, Borja Roca, developer of business intelligence applications in SEAT, two engineer brothers that have experience and spirit. So let's talk about data. We found more than 850,000 hotel rooms in Spain. Our goal for the first year is to reach the market share of 3%, which will be 26,000 rooms. So let's talk about this 26,000 rooms. This spending, if we assume reducing spending of 15%, would equivalent to 400 Olympic swimming pools, and more than 4,000 travels around the world with an electric car. This is not the best. This amount would be saving for hotel 6 million euro. This is only the first year. How much this is cost? You will be wondering. So, our goal the first year is to eliminate any barriers for entrance, and the installation will cost only 100 euro per room. This is not the best. System maintenance will cost only 1 euro per month per room during the first year. Ultimately, HiHotel is more than just a solution for reducing
It's okay,
consuming.
finished, sorry.
So,
the time.
The real solution.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation. You haven't explained about the technical issues. How do you will be installing this? Is it an IoT device or?
It's an IoT-based technology that will be installed in the exit of every room, in the electric control of every room. That nowadays it doesn't have any connection to anything. Nowadays it's totally wireless. That's in the case that you install some kind of measure system, but most of the hotels doesn't install any measure system. So we are installing IoT measure system that will be connected to the room and will be also related to the customer. So you will be able to discretize maybe demography, the demography and consumption. Maybe English people maybe is more tending to spend in the nights, and maybe Swedish people is more tending to spend in the days. So you will be able to make forecasts.
But you need at least 2 IoT systems, one for the water and the other one for the electric, no?
Yeah, you need to install a system in the water, the cold water and the heat water, and the same system in the electric system. So you have 3 devices, wireless devices, connected in the hotel room. So with this system, you could know what's the consumption of that rooms, and now usually because of the price of the installation or the complexity, because you normally need to make a construction or reformation of the hotel, you normally don't used to do it. But with this system, you don't have a problem to put on the existing system.
Thank you for your presentation. I just would like to know if you plan to develop any intellectual property, or do you have any patent to protect your invention?
We are happy to communicate to you that we don't need patent. So it's just to install some free source, Raspberry, and so it's able to make connections to the Wi-Fi or to some GMA installations already installed in the hotel. But actually, it will be developed for us from us. It's not our objective to make the patent. Our objective is to...
2 minutes, so it's okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We have to finish. Just 2 seconds. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. There were 9 teams from Barcelona, Palma and Perpignan. So the jury will now have 30 minutes to deliberate. So since you are waiting, we would like to invite you to the networking area for a coffee break. And please, we'll be back at 4:30, sorry, for know who wins the final round of Miro in Cube. So in 30 minutes, please be back. Thank you very much.